Well, hello there, my name's Jason Fogde, and if you're checking out this video, there's a good chance that you're searching for a worship pastor. The Lord has blessed me with an incredible passion for leading His people in worship through song. Like all of us, God has led me through many seasons in my life, and through it all, my passion for the Lord and His people and for worship through music has always remained. Now, before I get too far into my thoughts on music in the church, let me start by telling you a little bit about myself. I was blessed to grow up in Northern California, came from a very godly Christian family, and I chose to enter into a relationship with Jesus at a pretty early age. When I first hit high school, I really started to own my faith and even stepped into the beginnings of some leadership roles in youth group. It was during that time that I got my first taste of worship leadership on our youth worship team. Toward the end of high school and in early college, I met the most amazing woman who would go on to become the love of my life, my wife, Belinda. Belinda and I have been married for 17 years now, and we have 5 kids, 2 boys and 3 girls in the middle. I've been a worship leader for about the past 10 years now, and before that I did it volunteer for a while. I enjoy leading worship either from keyboard or guitar, depending upon what the service calls for and who I have on the team. I've led musicians in all different skill levels, from those sort of just at the entry level all the way up to top-notch professionals. And regardless of who I have on the team, I expect them to bring their best, both musically and spiritually. Come prepared, because Jesus deserves no less, and neither do the people of God.
Thank you that you were willing to sacrifice, God, that you were willing to endure hardship so that we could be called your children, so that we could know that you work all things together for good. May we cling to you to find our hope, to find our endurance, and to find our peace. We belong to you, Father.
Now, as you know, true worship is so much more than the songs we sing. In Romans 12, Paul encourages us to offer ourselves as a living sacrifice. We give up our rights and our will to seek after God's will and His desires. Paul says that this is our spiritual act of worship. So perhaps the best one-word definition of worship that we can come up with would be sacrifice. Worship must cost us something. True worship requires that we look and act more like Jesus when we leave than we did when we came in the door.
To you, God, the redeemed. Hallelujah.
Music has a way of penetrating past the guards that we put up to touch our inner being. Through music, we teach people the great truths of the faith, about the person that we serve, Jesus Christ. The great thing about music is that it has a way of helping to cause these truths to stick in our brain. I have a friend that says when we preach, we put words in people's ears, and when we sing, we're putting prayers in people's mouths. So when I'm picking out songs for a given Sunday, I want to be very intentional about the prayers that I'm asking people to pray with me. I look at the Sunday morning worship service as a journey. People are coming from all different walks of life. Some are really excited about the blessings that God poured out on them that week. Some are brokenhearted and in desperate need of comfort and a touch from God. As we begin the service, regardless of where we start from, we choose to journey together. to understand and affirm some aspect of the nature of God, whether it's His grace or His love or faithfulness, whatever we've chosen as the theme for that morning. Each song is a mini sermon and a prayer for the people to learn together and to pray together. As the worship pastor, my job is to create space so that those who are willing can pause and make the choice to worship, to offer themselves to God once again, or perhaps even for the first time. So if the things I've been saying resonate in your spirit, I want to encourage you to get in contact with me. I'd be glad to send you a copy of my written resume if you don't have it already. You can give me a call and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. I can send you more video clips of me worship leading, and I could even come and guest lead at your church service if that'd be something you'd be interested in. I want to thank you for taking this time to consider me. I pray that God grants you great wisdom and discernment as you seek His man for your congregation. God bless you, and I look forward to hearing from you.